Right, how you doing? How you doing? Hi everybody, welcome to this video. Right, now I've learned something in my life, and that's the spirit of martial arts. You know, true martial arts, the martial way, kung fu, gong fu, wushu, gong, however you want to call it. Right. They say the essence, the history, the essence of it all started off in Shaolin, circa the Shaolin Temple, obviously. Now, okay, so here's the thing. So, I'm nearly 43 years old. This year I will be 43. Near the end of it, I've got a few more months left and I'll be 43. Okay. And I haven't, as I say this, I haven't learned, some of the higher, and higher advanced levels of various systems. I haven't even learned any of certain systems. Okay? I've just learned what I've been able to learn. Right? And you get modern adapted forms, that is to say, elements of the martial arts I'm going from. But for me, it's the ancient way. I've come from the old ancient, the true spirit of real Kung Fu, and I'm saying real Kung Fu. That's what I'm coming from. How do I know that? How do I know that? How do I talk about that? When I talk about Shaolin like I know what I'm talking about. Some Western young ways of talking. Because I speak from the true essence of the Tao, which is Yin and Yang, the true essence of Kung Fu and the true essence of all things in life, nature. Yeah, Zuran. That's right, nature. Right? So I come from the essence first and foremost. Right? You understand? The essence of it is quite simple. Listen, basically it's like collect. That's what they say, food for thought. Yeah, you are what you eat, the same as the knowledge. So what you eat carries the body through. What you eat carries the body through. Right? You are what you eat. The food carries the body through in a healthy way so that you may do things in a stronger way. Now here's the thing. Honesty, in a natural way, it's like this. You can't run around with a full belly all day. And you can't really communicate well with a fat head, a full mind of things. Yeah. If one is ready to receive with their five senses, that is to listen, and that is to say in a hearing way, that is having clarity of their vision, not what they see but how they see, clarity so they can literally be at peace, ready to hear, ready to receive with the five senses, like this body is a plate ready for the meal, a stomach ready for the meal, a time ready for the fulfilling, See, if you're ready like that, then you have that knowledge. And what it means is the mind knows something. It learns, it becomes, it trains to be a better learning person. To learn, to be a better learner. To be able to learn, to be able to learn further even. Because it becomes an ongoing learning thing, meaning as it's doing things, whether it's inaction or non-action, it's always feeling in what it's doing. It's not someone who keeps talking and keeps working and keeps burning themselves out, but someone who's exercising themselves and always has that resolve, always has something back there. You see what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's like the body here, the human body has always got those resources, you see. If you didn't have any goodness left in your body at all, you wouldn't be able to replenish yourself. The body would just die and dry out, But my body keeps sweating because it's got the sweat to sweat coming from somewhere. So as long as you're always reading and learning and listening, you'll always have something to talk about. And it doesn't mean you need to keep on adding more to the pile and adding more things into the bag, more ingredients necessarily. It's how you use things. Okay, it's how you use things and how you work with things. That's what Gong is. That's understanding of yin and yang. You to understand the constant flow is the Tao. Right? So you're never using up all your resources, yeah, and you're never like you're adding to it. You know what I'm saying? So you're like sometimes you always. It's like exercise, right? When you're using up energy to develop energy, vice versa. All right, you understand? So it's like, you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. So talking and listening should be one thing, right? If there's no listening, how can there be talking? Yeah? If there's no talking, how can there be listening? If there's no listening, how can there be talking? Everything is the Tao, yin and yang. Everything is going through it. The whole life. In essence, there can be no Taiji without the powerful force. There can be no yin without yang, no yang without yin. This is the absolute fucking truth. I put the word fucking before it. It's the fucking Tao telling you to like right now. Real deal. Kongsu didn't say that. That was just telling you. In 2025 through my mouth, right? See Shad's right there on the path. My shadow reminds me I'm in the light, you know what I'm saying? The path goes on. The path goes on. You can walk it. If there's a path for the feet, there's a feet for the path. If there's a feet for the path, there's a path for the feet. You know what I mean, bro? It's like if the man didn't have his ears sticking out, Mike Tyson wouldn't have bit him. Wouldn't have bit his ear. If he didn't have teeth, he wouldn't be biting no ear. You know what I'm saying? Study the body. Study the connections of all things. What connects things and what things are connected to. Yeah? And not as well. The opposite, not negative. Study both. So you know. Martial arts is about the connection of things. Solid truth. But it's also about the flow of all things. Harmonious humbleness, honesty. In the flow, which is nature. In all things. That things do not fade away and just die and cease to exist. As the Tao is eternal. And nothing is stiff and rigid, like always here. Like it's its own end, always at the beginning part. And so it's right here now, so it's already met its end. Like it's here. If you are here, if something stands out above all things, it's basically broken off from all things, you see. Yeah. Everybody's talking, someone just shouts out, yells out. It stops the conversation, like what the hell's going on? Huh? That's right. One answer or one question is the same as one moment of silence. You see? You see what I'm saying? It can be. Because one question or one answer, in action or non-action, in words or no words, this thing, you see, because it's a thing, not connected to all of nature, even the idea, the concept, it immediately breaks itself off from everything. So it doesn't exist in the realm of everything. That is eternal abundance and infinity, which is the Tao of yin and yang. That's what his life is going to. I'm 43 years telling you now, because I've been living it. Yeah? 43 years. What I'm trying to say is, every human being, every heartbeat, every moment in the beating of your heart and the breath in your lungs, breathing. See, life is the value. Infinite possibility of every moment in your body, every cell and atom in your body. Blood flowing through your body right now. Health is the most important. Understand? You understand? Like the question is not do you understand or not understand. The question is nature just is. The best language is truth of nature. Nature and truth is one. The truth is the reality. It's the Tao basically of yin and yang. Yeah? Because it's not a psychological truth. It's not a knowledge thing. It's not something where, you know, the idea, like you could be, as I said before, you could be given an answer, yeah, honestly, based on your limited knowledge or whatever you have, ability of a knowledge, yeah? Same as a question. So you have a question, you're not someone always giving an answer, you've got a question, yeah? So, I've got a good question. Please tell me, can the purple elephant fly? Where did the question come from? Where did the question come from? It's an honest question, right? Can the purple elephant fly? It's an honest, true question. But where did it come from? It comes from your belief. first of all, the belief, the foundation, the first belief in your mind, you believe is a purple elephant. A purple elephant. You believe the thing exists. So one question, a million questions, you can bow, you can come in and shake your hand, scream, cry, laugh, whatever it is, talk, listen. The whole thing's based on a point there where you say, I know. Now you say that, you know nothing. Because nothing happened. Everything that based upon that, see, is it. I have to say all knowing is a limitation. You see what I'm saying? Now what it is extra, so you put an extra upon your life. So there's a limitation. There's a limitation, but because the human being, or most people, not human being, people with names and the thing they tell themselves, the title, the role, all that bullshit, right? That's what it is. I think what people are, so human, the people okay in society, what they're doing, talking too much and listening too much. Yeah, and not also both. What I'm saying what they're doing is they don't realise you're limited. You're always limited, right? That because you're limited, that means there's always more for you. There's more potential, more things. You must be limited. You must be limited. You must be small. So you have a big world, a big future ahead of you. Better. Yeah. You must. If you're so big, if you're so big, right? If you're so big like if you're so big, right? Then there's no world for you to stand in. There's no world you can stand in. You must be small and humble. Change. Humble yourself. Balance of yin and yang, right? You must be understand. If you're small, you've got a bigger world. If you're humble, you listen. If you listen, the fucking thing comes to you. So this is what Lao is saying in the Tao Te Ching, from my mouth in 2025 in English. In what I'm saying, not in my mouth. My mouth is talking like somebody's mother eat the wrong hot dog. I'm saying about in my heartbeat, as I'm breathing in now, as I'm breathing in, the sweat coming on my head right now, on the top of it. The point is, when I shut up, you can start thinking better. But the point I'm trying to say is, you're limited, right? So what Lao was telling you is, I didn't say Kongza. Question out, you say, well, breathe, right? You just say, breathe. Nature is the way. The truth is the way. Everything you're showing, everything you're fighting everything there. You're always fighting yourself. You're killing yourself. They say life is a competition society. That's not real. You're killing yourself. You make yourself sick. Yeah? It's either you're alive or you're dead. That's why I say society is the best. If you're always fighting, you never win. That's what it is. I'm 43 and I've seen. But like one of my teachers said many years ago, seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth. Right? So nature is the way. Nature is the only way. Only nature can free you. You must be free before you can do anything. The smaller you are, listen, my teacher talked about the essence of nothingness. Now I'm not going to stand here and say the way. See, how can you have? It's like this, okay? How much of the Tao exists in your martial arts? How much of the Tao exists in anything you're doing? How much of the Tao? You can be talking about the way of the Tao. You can be talking about yin and yang, right? In nature. In society, in society, in this world here, right? You're not going to find it. No matter how you try to balance the concepts of yin and yang, which is yin and yang, right? In this society, it's not going to happen. Because society is made up. It's a construct of hierarchy. It's competition and trying to strive towards things, fight against things and fight for some kind of survival under the mercy, right? Below, so you're below something else. You're running to something. You're running away from something. It's called your life. That's what the Tao is inside. That's what Lao is telling you. Right? You see what I'm saying? You're always running to something. You're always running away from something. That's wrong. The Tao is balance of yin and yang. You're in the center. You don't run away from your life. If there's too much yin or too much yang, that's it. Everything's finished. It's not just a philosophy. It's not just someone telling you in English or Lao to tell you in Chinese. The truth is the truth. There's no words for it. It's not just a mindset. It's the absolute essence of pure truth and power. The energy in every atom, every cell that actually exists. If there wasn't enough balance in this tree right now, how it's standing, how it's aligned, okay? Just every part of this, right? How it is. the thing would fall down, it would crumble. That's why you see some trees just crumble before they fall down, or fall down before they crumble. Yeah? Balance. Balance of the very fabric of the building blocks of all reality in the universe. That's why you pick it up very carefully. It looks like a rock, but it just crumbles to dust within your hands. It's sometimes the illusion of strength and weakness. Ice, you see the ice? And it's melting in your hand at the heat, just the heat alone. Or the absence of heat, or the heat, whatever is affecting how that thing's changing its essence. Not to say breaking, it's just the changing of all the essence. But it's like if you say the actual building blocks of all existence, if you can imagine such a thing, you see, there can be no death in life. This can't be, right? As long as there's life, of some bit of life, even if you were one cell, living cell, as long as that's here, you're there. So what's here is reality. That's what I'm saying. So the Tao is reality. What you hear is that. So it's in martial arts, yeah. I'm coming from the ancient ways, the true essence of it. See, I'm not coming from some philosophy and that. But the philosophy, I'm not coming from just some style. So what I've learned in my life is various techniques and various skills from the true arts. But it's coming from under there, from the ancient way. Yeah, I'm coming from the ancient way. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, right? So the atoms, the quarks, or whatever it is, the smallest of smallest building blocks, the smaller the node, the smallest building blocks of all things, right? In reality, in all of reality, yeah? Those things, if there wasn't a balance of yin and yang in them, if they weren't a total balance, I'm saying total balance, not 40, fucking 60, because then it starts to destroy and starts to die. 50, 100%, which means 100. Not maybe 200, but an ultimate real 100, not a fake one. Existence in that particular building block, whatever it is, the smallest one, right? That, yeah. If there weren't a balance, it would cease to exist. Eventually, basically, imminently, instantly, right? So you say, okay, so even like the things that don't exist around us now, they don't exist, right? There's always something and nothing. So you can say that's an essence of these two, right? But basically, the thing is it doesn't actually exist. It don't actually exist. So it truly doesn't exist. Do you understand me? It just truly doesn't exist. It exists as a truth, as a thing, but it truly is nothing. It truly is non-existent. It's existent, yes, as nothing. You could say that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. It's truly nothing. It truly is nothing, see? So that's the balance, my friend. The true balance, right, of what I say. You see? That's the true balance. Let me cross this road. Hold on. It's mad up here. I'm not going to cross that, so I'm going straight. Hold on. My point. So my point, what I'm trying to say to you, my point is, is the non-existent things, the non-existent things, the things that don't exist, it's nothing, it's truly nothing, right? It's a truth, but it's truly nothing, right? So that leaves you with what? That leaves you with what we have, which is something, yeah? And the things which we have are basically that. You understand? Now, look, the moment you understand, like you stop understanding, it's almost as well, see? The moment you don't see, that's what I'm saying. So where there is existence, there is non-existence. See, when there's non-existence, there must be the truth of existence. Meaning the truth always exists, the truth is infinite, which is the Tao. As Lao Tzu said, the Tao is the ultimate truth, infinite truth. But outside of the Tao is the things that always finish and never begin. It's nothing. In any essence of time, any essence of being, It just doesn't exist. That is to say, all fighting dabbles in death. You understand me? All competition, there's got to be some kind of illusion. You know what I'm saying? Always fighting, always trying to win, because you're bringing the death to you, see? It's like you're trying to kill yourself, but you're a little bit scared. Shall I do it? You know what I'm saying? You're always dabbling with the dangerous things. It's foolish, it's wrong. See? The master of combat is the one who knows how to avoid it all. The one who doesn't play with death is the one who knows how to live, because death has no place in his life or her life. You see, the essence of true living, natural living. See, nature, the true way of nature, see? So when you do training of any kind, mental or physical training, you don't do things just for the sake of doing it, or do it as other people told you. You study what you're doing, you listen to the feeling of your body, what's pain, what's fake, harmful, what's giving you more power, what's making you feel comfortable, what's making you more stronger, what's giving you more control over yourself. Not force something to manipulate things, no. So, because you understand? All knowledge of thought, if it doesn't come back to the body and the health, regardless of how you think you're going to manipulate the world or traverse the lands and the sea, it's not in the air, it doesn't make a difference. How are you going to work with this or that in the world? No. Objects, mountains, people, whatever. It's about the self. The mind should reflect and should be talking in constant communication with the self. The mind, as you're speaking and listening, must be as one, and it must be the speaking and listening of the body and the mind and body as one, in connection with all of truth that is immediate to you. The apple doesn't grow from the ground. The apple grows from the tree. The apple doesn't, the ground doesn't just be the sun that is there. Everything is connected. So production, the master of living, the master of knowing the shape of everything, the roots of the roots, the origin, the foundation of the roots and the journey. He studies, the landscape before he makes the journey. This is it. This is how you know how to become a better, whatever you're doing, fisherman, a better warrior. You know what I mean? Not warrior. As I said, fighter. Someone who can't defend themselves. Is have more time have more difficulty trying to, fight basically, right? That's what I'm saying. But you need to know the way of the going in for the attack, see, as well. Because otherwise you'd just be defending all day. It's not the attack or the defense, it's the way of the flow of the way and the connection, relation, and the point of it all. That's what it is. And all things broken off from the world doesn't work, so you have to know. You know what I'm saying? Know the origins of things. See? You know where you're going if you know where you come from. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know where you are, you don't know any of those things. You know where you're going if you know where you come from. You know where you come from if you know where you're going, you could say. You're also right. Who stands before the mirror? The light shows the dark shows the light in painting and music, silence and sound, all that stuff. Big, small, many less many right? So that's what I'm saying. So in combat it's the same thing. So I'm coming from the origin. The ancient way, the true martial arts system. So I'm coming from various arts of study, but that's come through it, the root from it all. And I'm coming with various basic training systems that have taught me a lot in terms of discipline and energy maintenance in the mind and body. But with that philosophy understood, that's always the master one. That's always the true power over everything. It doesn't matter how much, whatever you're doing. That is the true essence, the true power that's over everything. You understand? So we'll continue talking about this more. I've been talking about the philosophy more than the skills of sight, right? But that's what it is. That's what Lao was saying in the Tao Te Ching clearly. Right? Constant balance of yin and yang. That's what the Tao is, yeah? Not playing that bullshit, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about to you when I'm talking to you. Stopping this one here, yeah?